International Scissor Sharpeners Association. I have an evaluation to do, and as you know, I always know who is sending them to me, where they're coming from. In this case, this is someone I trained about a year ago, so I'm very anxious to see how well this person has done. So I got this pretty purpley blue paper for us to pull out here to look at the shears. And we have the written test. I'm assuming this is right. Let me check and see. All right, all the answers are correct on the test. So let's look at the shears. Well packed. And as you know, without doing any adjusting, I like to check and see how they cut. Secret testing paper, single ply toilet tissue from Dollar Tree. Something I wouldn't want to wipe my rear end with, but perfect for testing. So I'm going to test dry and then I'm going to test wet. So dry, good. Let's see this one dry. This is the convex. And afterwards we'll inspect them, see how they look. I'm not doing anything, adjusting the screw, just taking them out. Thumbs out, least pressure possible. Cuts fine dry. Remove my pretty paper here. And let's try them wet. 3 squirts. And here it is. My thumb is out. Least pressure possible and cutting slow. Ah, perfect. You see that? So, thumb out, least pressure possible, cutting slow. Beautiful! Oh, wonderful. Let's see how they cut hair. Let's see if they push hair at all. Got a little piece of hair here. A little push, but these shears are designed for slide cutting. Now, I think it feels a little bit tight to me. Maybe there, which feels a little looser. But I think it'll still cut wet even looser. Let's try. Yeah, perfect, perfect. And cutting hair. Little tiny push, but that's permissible. Now these shouldn't push really at all because I've got the serrations on them. Yeah, and there's no bush. See, nice crisp cut. So, my student passed. Yay. Now, let me look at them and see if there's anything I'm seeing. First of all, I'm feeling the tip. This is rough. So I would definitely round this off. Before you give shears back, always feel the tip of them. Because they'll scratch themselves and they'll say, yeah, I've had them say, my shears are too sharp. And I'm like, what? And what they're talking about is that tip is too rough and too pointy. So that would be the one, point I would take off from that. See if I see anything. I can feel a little bitty nick right here. So she didn't really get all the nicks out, but it's still cut. Well, I found that if the nick is only on one side and not the other, a lot of times they'll cut with the nick out. So I would take off a point there. She's passed, but these are some things to look for that could make them a little bit better. And if she was doing certification with one of the other groups, she would lose a point for that nick because we had a guy that worked for us, an employee, and that was all he missed was making master. Was he left a little tiny nick in one blade. And he's certified, but he didn't make master, so it was kind of... All right, I'm taking my thumb and I'm feeling. feel a teeny tiny nick right there. It's always a good thing to do is feel. See, there's no nick on that side. That's why they cut so well. You can get by with a nick on one side. Tips feel rounded. Let's look at them. Those look pretty nice and shiny. I mean, I've seen some shinier, but these definitely, I mean, nice, and they're a really nice shaped convex edge. She's done a great job convexing them. I'm hoping you can see that. Those of you that don't know the difference between a convex and a beveled edge, these are two examples. You can actually see the edge on the shears, and then the convex, it sort of disappears to nothing. So these are both pass, the convex and the bevel. I'm going to look at the ride line, and that ride line looks really nice. If you can see the ride line, that's right along the cutting edge. So this was a quick evaluation because they came out as nice as just about any I've seen, and congratulations on passing. If you want to check out some of my other videos on the ISSA or shear sharpening or blade sharpening or anything else, feel free to. These were sharpened by somebody I trained using our Cymec flat hone over here, if you can see it. And I'm very proud of her. She did a really great job, and I know she's gone on to get additional training because she's, I keep saying she, but yeah, I guess you'll know it's a woman. She's gone to some sharpening jams and sharpening conventions. So once again, good job.